Alright, welcome back. Today we find ourselves at the start of the Gibb River Road. We're about to hit the Kimberley. Bit of weather coming, so that could get interesting in the next few days, but we'll be right. So this is the prison tree. Apparently back in the day, about 1883 or something, the pearlers needed divers and labourers and that, so they rounded up the Aboriginal guys, put them in chains, took them out to use them as labour, and yeah, they use this tree as a prison. So he must have put a bit of a lid on the front here and put boys inside it, which is pretty messed up. But yeah.
It's protected around here by honeybees.
Yes, there's bees protecting this tree now, so don't get too close, because the buggers will bite you. But yeah, so we're in Derby, or just out of Derby at the moment, but we're heading to Derby now. We'll fuel up the bladder, and then we hit the Gibb River Road. And yeah, apparently there's some rain in the next couple of days, so we will see how that plays out and what we end up. Holy crap balls, get a load of that poor bugger. Yeah man, this guy's smashed this cow, man. Holy dooly. Clean that car up good and proper. What a mess. Just turn around. Yeah man. Don't drive at night out this way. God, what a mess, poor old cow. So this is the road into Winjana Gorge. Which now, of course, there's bushes in the way. When you first turn in, it looked really special. There's a camp area here, and that $20 per person to camp for the night on a bit of dusty red ground. That's a bit right. So I think Graham and I will go out of the national park and bush camp because we're tight asses. But yeah, it's quite a cool looking little mountain range, isn't it? So we've paid our $10 for the day entry fee into the national parks, and we'll go and have a look at this and Tunnel Creek, and then get back out of the national park. We've got a bit of weather coming, so we'll probably do a bit of a beeline towards the towards Kununurra after we've had a look at these few things tomorrow, because we really don't want to get stuck in it. And we just spoke to a lady who went through the Pentecost and reckons it wasn't very deep at low tide, so we should be sweet across that, so who knows. And now this is the walk down into Winjana Gorge. Very. This is the entryway into the gorge. Not built for the fatties. This is front end motocross boots. Yeah, the motocross boots are great fun for this crap. But that brings you out into the gorge. This camera won't do this justice. This, yeah, down inside the gorge. There's a little tiny crocs laying on the bank on the other side. Oh. Down here on the beach, a couple of big birds. Yes, this is full of little freshwater crocs. Leonie and I were here a few years ago. If you want a better walk through, have a look through the series where we did the honeymoon in our rooftop tent. Yeah, we did a really good walk through here and saw heaps of crocs and stuff. But yeah, and this is the entry into Tunnel Creek, which is always fun. And there's Tunnel Creek, about as far as we're going with our motocross boots on, because we've only got boots and thongs, and I don't really want to wear thongs in here, so we just thought we'd come for a look. But yeah, it's awesome creek. If you want to see a better video of it, go back to that again, that honeymoon in the rooftop tent series Leonie and I did with the car. That was we walked through here with my mum. It was excellent. And yeah, it's a big old creek. Lots of people visit here. It's good. All right. So tonight's camp. Oh yeah, you got native bees growing in the hole in the tree. I can't see them, but I'll take your word for it. So what do you reckon? That's a sugar bag.
Oh, I don't know.
Or honey bag.
Something like that.
All right.
All those little black.
Take your word for it. We've got a few flies tonight, but not as bad as we had. And this is where we're camping. A couple of 100 yards back from the road. It's just down there. We're back near the corner of the Gibb River Road and the Winjana Gorge Road. Went out a quick look at Tunnel Creek and Winjana Gorge, and now head towards Kununurra before the weather sets in. We're back on the Gibb River Road. We camped last night in the bush and had a bit of rain overnight, and there's weather coming tomorrow. So the plan is, we went and had a look at a couple of gorges yesterday. We'll have a look at anything that's close to the road today. The plan is to try and basically get out the other end as far as we can up the Gibb River Road today, because it looks like tomorrow we'll start getting rain. That's the plan. Otherwise, these are the Napier ranges. Just kind of pop up out of nowhere. Yeah, the Kimberley's full of interesting guys. Probably not going to see it all over that sun there, but pretty awesome. Big number of rock that pokes up there. Spots like this, mountain ranges and everything on here on the Gibb River Road. So they're maintaining and putting a bit of tar in different places. She's unleaded in Mount Barnett today. 285, bargain. I haven't been filming a lot today because the amount of smoke haze every time you come up to a lookouty kind of thing on the top of a rise, which is very smoke hazy. It looks like they do their controlled burns in the earlier part of the season like now. But the road's in fantastic condition. We're cruising along doing 100 easy, better than the Bruce Highway in a lot of places. So yeah, bit of a shame that with that upcoming rain they got coming, looks as though we're close. Get the hell out of here before we get caught on it, because the recommendation is to carry 4 to 7 days of supplies in case you get trapped in here, which, yeah, we probably wouldn't starve to death in that kind of time frame of what we're carrying on the bikes, but it'd be pretty uncomfortable. So we're aiming for the tar at the other end of this, and if this rain does hit like they're predicting, there's like warnings and whatnot, at least we can get ourselves safely out of it. But yeah, so a bit of a disappointment to Kimberley this time round of all this smoke haze. This should be coming down to the Pentecost River. Oh, God, that's civilised. I just got a bit of a slow leak in the front tyre, you know, so I just pumped it up. And this car came through, so I said to Graham, that'll work out good. We'll follow this car, and at least then we can watch the car go through and see where's the deep spot and the shallow spot. So the Pentecost River. Yeah, it's not too bad to there. What's it look like up further? Oh, easy peasy. This is full of crocodiles too, apparently, so that's always somewhere you probably don't really want to go having a crash. Oh, it's getting a bit deep there, Grey mate. Hang on to that. Give it easy, the old girls. Gave me a bath. Love it. Then to finish off the day, the bitumen starts just here, so we're at the river we just crossed. Had a few of the caravanners are camping along here, give us a bit of a clap as we were coming in, because it must look pretty good bringing the bikes through there. But this will do us for the night. We're going to camp right here. Pretty confident it's tar all the way to Kununurra, so if the rain does come in, well, we're sweet. And on the Zolio today, the lovely Leonie has booked us a 2-room cabin in Kununurra for the next 2 nights, because apparently Tuesday's going to flog down. The rain's coming in tomorrow. So, and then we'll just have to see how bad it is, and because there's, yeah, pretty bad warnings with the whole Kimberley region. So we'll see how bad it is and how we end up. Hopefully it's not too bad. Worst case scenario, we've wasted a day in Kununurra. Big deal, there's heaps to do there. Go and have a look at Lake Argyle and a few other things. But if it pisses down, well, we'll sit around, watch TV, tinker with the bikes, and head out the next day. And fingers crossed the dirt roads don't get closed or damaged. Apparently there's crocodiles in here too, so hopefully they eat Graham first. It's his birthday. Not a bad spot for your birthday, Grahamo. Everybody wish Happy Graham a happy birthday in the comments. He actually does read them. He's a bit of a weirdo like that. And that's us at the end of the Gibb River Road at the sign that's all covered in stickers, which Graham reckons there's a thing about it where they don't like you putting stickers on it, but everyone still does. Little bikes have been excellent. I had to change the front tyre last night. I had a little pinch flat on the front. I hit a massive something yesterday, so that happens. Otherwise, we're just down the road from Kununurra, where we're going to go and stay in a cabin for the night and see what this weather does. It's a bit grey looking, so wait and see. Mountain range coming down through there was nice.
Lovely.
Lovely. So there you go. CFMoto's just conquered the Gibb River Road. Trouble free. Yes, that's the Ivanhoe crossing, just out of Kununurra. You going to have a crack at it, Grahamo?
I'm going to swim.
Going to swim it? That's the way. That's how the hardcores do it. Well, it was good that it was your birthday yesterday, because you're probably not going to see another, so that's worked out good. Yeah, watching that car go through, I just thought to myself, like, if we had to cross it, I'd cross it, but we don't have to cross it, and then we've got to cross it back again.
That's right.
So I think we'd be a bit silly to have a crack at that. Another car going across. It said don't stand near the water's edge here, Graham.
Who said that?
The sign. Because the crocodiles will come and get you, and we're right on the water's edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too easy. Go and have a go at it, you big pussy.
No.
How's that for a setup? You know, the Jimny towing a little camper. So that's it, Leonie, if you're watching this. When I get home, we're selling you a big fancy Pajero Sport and Jayco, and we're getting it set up the same as that. Think of all the fuel we'll save. Love it. Alright, we've just got our cabin at Kununurra at a bit after 1 PM. They checked us in early. Big black clouds are coming towards us. We're going to unload our gear. This is what lovely Leonie got us. Graham's got the 2 singles. Flash, with a little living area, kitchen, shower and toilet, which we're going to use good and proper, and a bedroom. $210 a night. So we're here for 2 nights. I can live with that, because if it pisses rain, we're going to be very happy. And we've been in our nifty little cabin for an hour, and now the rain starts. We've timed it well, Graham. Beautiful. Looks like getting the cabin was a good idea. This is on the main street of Kununurra. We just walked across to get a bit of dinner. Avoid low camping, low lying rivers and creeks. Flood watch issued for Kimberley region. Oh god. Okay, looks like we've definitely done the right thing. So glad we're not in the tent. It's been like this most of the night. Alright, so that's us. All finished here at the cabin. It's been a lifesaver. We had a good bit of rain while we've been here. So a little bit of blue sky starting to poke its head out. We're all packed up. It's 10 o'clock. We're getting kicked out of here. Well, we had to change plans a little bit. We're planning on going south here and then getting onto, I think it's the Buchanan Highway or something, and going left there towards Daly Waters, but it's too wet, so we're going to head east along the Tar to Timber Creek and then head down the dirt from there. Apparently they only had a mile and a half or something, so we should be okay. But like I say, all that'll work itself out as we go, depending on how wet shit is. We'll work it out. Now we're out of Kununurra, and the blue skies come out for us, and we're getting the lovely views of the Rocky Mountains and ranges and whatnot on our way to Timber Creek. The road that we were going to go down, the dirt road, actually looked okay, but there's heaps of water laying on the side of the road, so we've decided to give that a miss, and we're going to go to Timber Creek, a couple of hours down the highway, and then we should be well and truly fine to hit the dirt and not die in muddy conditions. And then about 20 odd k's out of Timber Creek, we turn on this one, National Route 80, and this is a road down to Top Springs, put us straight back on the dirt, which worked out well. Big cloud of dust, so we knew we made the right move, because the other road we were planning on going down this morning, the road looked okay as we went past it, but there's some big massive puddles on the side of the road, and I thought, oh, that's getting ugly. So I'm glad we did the couple of hundred down the tar, which is now we look like we're on pretty decent roads for the rest of the trip, hopefully. Some nice rocky outcrops along this road. This is a good way to go. I'm glad we came this one. Yeah, it's pretty nice for you. Yeah. Some national park, can't think of the name, but yeah. Very cool. Okay, this is a bit special down through here. This is a lovely little spot. I'll be sure to grab the name of this national park as we leave it, because well worth coming back for another look. Yeah, it's a cool gorge. Quite good with that rock edge to fall down like riding through here. I'll be having a bad day. So that's the name of that national park we just went through. Jasper Gorge was the gorge we just went through. It was really good, well worth a look. This road between Timber Creek and Daly Waters pub's a beaut. There's plenty of water, but it's high enough now for us to get through. We've got a few cows to look at. There's Gramo. These are going along good. And this afternoon we find ourselves at the Daly Water pub. They've got a nice little campground here. Lots of cars all set up, lots and lots of people. We've got our little spot here. $30 for us for the night. Graham's found some fishermen to chat to. Gonna have a look. Yeah, she's a very popular little spot here. Looks like every caravan in Australia who's driving north pops in here for a visit. And here on the main street you got planes and helicopters and horses just roaming wild. And cool old stuff at the front of the Daly Waters pub. Hello, Mr. Horse. You're friendly, aren't you? Hey, you're friendly. Hey, you're friendly. Not enough horsepower to ride them. Yeah, it's a cool little town. At the front of the pub you got, and here's the inside of the pub. Real funky. I'll just do a quick one in between songs, otherwise the old YouTube screws me. Yeah, it's very cool. This is a cool town. I like these sorts of funky places. Here's the stage at the Daly Waters. Very Flash. What do you reckon, Flash? He's not even listening, he's playing on his Facebooks.
No, I was getting the phone.
They've got a good setup out the back here. Very good. I think this lad's about to start singing. In the men's room here in the Daly Waters pub, figured out what the VB taps are connected to. And after a reasonably boring day today from Daly Waters to Borroloola, it turns out it's all tar, so that sucked. It was about 380 k's of tar. But then we hit some dirt, which was good fun. I videoed a little bit of it. Then we pulled up at this good little camp spot we found on Wiki Camps. And then poor old Graham heard his TPMS go peep, 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 peep. So it's a piece of stick for a prop, no expense spared, working a treat, and time to fix the tyre. That's no biggie, it's just a pinch flat. He hit a rock, so pretty hard, he reckons. So yeah, nice. Here we go, CFMoto owners. Graham's been complaining of a bit of a rattly windscreen when it's all the way down. So he zippy there, we noticed because I've got a zippy around that spot on mine to hold the wire for the GPS, do that. And that tightens her up.
Might be. Looks like it.
Yeah, and it grabs on that. I bet you that stops that rattle.
Mm.
Hey, how's that for some professional repair work? No expense spared here at the bush camp. And this will be our second or third last Outback sunset, so I better get a snippet of it. Camera probably doesn't do it justice, man. It's really orange and lovely. But just in case we get a cloudy one the next couple of nights. Well, it was a successful little camp. Had some flies this morning, but they weren't too bad because they weren't going for your face. They only kind of went for black shirts and stuff like that, which was weird. But yeah, it was a great little spot to camp last night. And then we come out of here, we got a little creek crossing. It's not too deep, but still. Got to film something along this road. She's a rocky bottom, but still got dry feet, so that's the main thing. Just doing it easy. Beautiful. Heaps of little creek crossings on this road. Don't get your feet dry again. Happy with that. Beautiful. Man, this road between Borroloola and Hell's Gate's got some really cool stuff. Well, this would have been a nice place to camp, actually. Holy, what a beautiful spot. This is just along the side of the road. Got a rope swing for the kids. Just crossed the border back into Queensland. Little bikes are going good. Bikes are going really good, actually. Change the different adjustment. But what we're noticing, we've got some ants nests over here that are shaped a little like penises. Or we've just got odd shaped penises, Graham and I. Yeah. That's weird. But yeah, so back in sunny Queensland. It is sunny, actually. Alright, we're just coming into Burketown. Sign just back there said do not cross on foot due to crocs. Alright. Here, croc, 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 croc. Graham's gagging to see one in the wild. So I got myself a thing in Kununurra that Graham keeps picking on. I've got it stashed away here in my tent. Look at that. He's a bit jealous because when you pull up, you got all this horrible red dust. Look at that, it just comes off, and then I don't get it all inside my tent. Yeah. Hey, it's a game changer, Graham. I'm telling you. Everyone you'll see, every adventure rider carrying a dustpan brush with them next trip, and they'll all say, "I saw it here first." Oh, look at that. He's calling me a bit of a fairy for having one of these, but I think he's secretly a little jealous. I didn't call you a fairy. You were thinking it. Ah, look at that. That's beautiful. Ah, look at that. We can give the number plate a bit of a hit, seeing as we're back in Queensland. Lovely. What a good thing. Dustpan brush. Who'd have thunk it? Cost me $2 at the Coles in Kununurra. And we just thought, I think it's about our second last camp or third last camp, but we thought, seeing as we've got such a lovely spot here by the river that's full of crocodiles, we'd just quickly go over the bikes. We've done over 6,000 Ks, about 6.3 or 6.4 or something, I think, when I last looked. And what can we fault in these little bikes? Graham's had these little plastic things on his mirror, the little plastic covers here fall off both of his, which is weird, but mine haven't. So I must be a smoother rider. in the really heavy corrugations on the Gary Junction, the glass part of the mirror would move around, which was only a problem for me because I was keeping Graham in my mirrors every so often to make sure he was still there. We both had high beams on, sort of thing, so just so we didn't get too far apart because we were a bit too remote to go getting too far apart. But in the regular corrugations on the Gibb River Road, they didn't move at all. So there were some massive corrugations in the thing. But other than that, what else can we whinge about?
Anodising.
Oh, the anodising on these wheels gets a bit beaten up from tyre levers and stone chips and whatnot. You've had 2 pinch flats on the front of this.
Yeah.
I've had one on the front of mine.
And I'd rather it not have anodising.
Well, yes, I'd rather still. I've always hated anodised wheels for that reason, because you just get gnarly with the tyre levers. But you've come up with a bit of a genius idea, you reckon, if you sand that edge, and just so you've ended up with a silver edge,
Yep.
then you'll be able to hang off them with tyre levers and never give a rat's. But you still got black rims. That could be the go, actually. It might be worth an experiment.
Yep.
Otherwise, how'd your little modification for this go today? You didn't notice it rattling?
Not really, no, it's okay. It was better than what it was.
Yeah, okay. Other than that, man, they've been flawless. We'll be due for tyres. As you can see, the tyres have just about had it. Tyres and chains and sprockets. Mine will be changing sprockets as well. Yours probably won't be far off.
I'd definitely have a, what's the name, stand if I done it next time.
Yeah, you've got no centre stand, I've got a centre stand. Yeah, definitely. It's well worth having.
It's easier than roping this against a tree.
Yes.
We had to.
Yeah, and also even just when you're camping, the bike's up flat, you can cook off the back of it and stuff. I like the centre stand. It's been invaluable this trip. But otherwise, what else can we... These bikes have been flawless. We haven't used a drop of oil, haven't blown any smoke, haven't nothing. Mine's coming up 20,000 Ks. It'll be close to it by the time I get home, and flawless. We had no trouble finding dealers. I went to Broome, gave a guy a call, he fitted me in. You thought to yourself, oh, I'm probably going to get a bit close here. So went to the bike shop in Kununurra that said CFMoto,
Yep.
and he fitted you in first thing next morning. And yours was $85 cheaper than mine, so that makes me a little sad. So yeah, whoever's telling us that these Chinese bikes are no good for the Outback, man, good luck to you. They've been absolutely flawless. Suspension's been great. I'm glad I put the heavier spring on mine. You'll be wishing that you had that. You bottomed out a few times,
Definitely.
which, yeah, the heavier rear spring, that's made a nice difference to mine. It just sits really well. But other than that, man, I can't think of anything negative. The engine's just amazing. Suspension's good. Chassis is good. I'll give it once we get it home and get it clean, I'll go right over and just see if I've got any cracks or anything weird. But it doesn't look like it. They look good. Yeah, they carry the load well. Air cleaner, that little pre-filter that we put in them from Unifilter. The main air filter was spotlessly clean, and inside the airbox was spotlessly clean. And we popped them out at Kununurra and just gave them a clean with dish soap in the sink.
Yeah, come up real good. And then still had, because we never had oil.
Yeah.
It still had oil in it. So
Yeah.
it was still fine.
Yeah, and even the fact that it hasn't got oil, doesn't really matter that much, because if a wee tiny bit got past, it's still going to the main filter, because it used to just be a gaping hole. Now it's got a filter on it, like a pre-filter. So yeah, that works good. Crash bars, well, I haven't needed mine, touch wood. You've had a couple of little laydowns, and they've done their job. Perfect.
There was a thing with the pre-filters that people thought that the water would run down the tanks into the pre-filters. Well, I had that whole cover off.
Oh, that's right, and it rained that whole night.
Rained all night.
Not a drop.
Not a drop in it.
Not a drop got in there. So, and we carried a clutch and spare wheel bearings. Touch wood, we haven't needed them. Haven't even thought about it. We did just give the clutch levers an extra little bit of free play for this trip, just to be safe. Like we thought, because we'd been reading on the internet that the clutches burn out and wheel bearings fail for a couple of people, but we've had none of that. We've had your front wheel off, my front wheel off, and my rear wheel off, and the bearings have all looked good and felt good and everything every time we've had the wheels off. And yeah, no, they're flawless. Like I say, the bit of my only negative thing would be this mirror in the really heavy corrugations. Other than that, excellent. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting one, go and get one. They're really bloody good. Well, here we are in Normanton, where they got a bloody big crocodile. Pretty flash crocodile here in Normanton. Apparently it's like to scale of something that they actually caught one time, but I find that a little hard to imagine. It's a monster. This is the Sunset Tavern at Kurumba. We are definitely coming here for a holiday. The caravan park, there's Graham having a beer. The caravan park is 350 metres down the road, and yeah, we're coming here with the boat. Pencil it in for August. So now we're on our way back to Mount Isa, just cruising down the tar today. Pulled in at Birkenwills Roadhouse, and their unleaded's not working, and we're like freaking out, thinking shit, we haven't got enough to get to Cloncurry. So these guys, this young fella here, awesome young dude, went and got the lawnmower can and the last couple of litres they got. So
I think he's taken some out of it.
He's possibly taken a bit out of his lawnmower to get us to Cloncurry. What a legend. Man, what a freak out. And the worst part was Graham tipped 5 litres out of his bladder this morning. Like, oh, we don't need the bladder no more. It's, you know, a couple of hundred down to Birkenwills, a couple of hundred to Cloncurry, happy days. So, and these bikes aren't getting the economy. We just squirted down the highway doing 120. So living out, we're doing 90, 95 for the rest of the trip to Cloncurry, dude. But yeah, so hopefully we don't. Alright, she started with 12,221. We got 19,337. So what's that? 7,100. And we've made it. We're safely back at the caravan park. Graham's going to stay here tonight because he's only got a full day's drive, but I'm actually going to hit the road because I've got about a day and a half to get home. And then, yeah, that's it. So I'll do a wrap up when I get home. But little bikes, made it. Flawless. No issues whatsoever. We're both chuffed with them. They're doing well. Yeah. Now I'm on the trip home in Daryl's truck. Update on Daryl, he's had his triple bypass. He's on the mend, slow and steady. The old CFMoto looks a little lonely on Daryl's trailer all by itself. But I thought I might stop and get one more Outback Sunset because that's just what we're out here for, man. Can't beat Outback Sunset. But I think I might have figured out what's going on with Daryl. Let me just open his truck up here. And he's got his fridge running in the back of his ute. And what's he got in here? Pepsis and Tim Tams. Hey, no wonder this lad had a heart attack. Bloody hell. So that's it. Outback Sunset. Nothing wrong with that. And here we are, safe and sound, back in beautiful Moore Park Beach, which has been in the news lately for the wrong reasons. But yeah, safe, made it home. I'll do a bit of a wrap up tomorrow with the thing. That was a massive drive, man. That was, what, 1,600 kilometres in under 24 hours. I'm pretty shattered.